Welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 of our modded Tyrion campaign for the High Elves. At the start of the campaign, we took our starting province, wiped out the Dark Elf faction, and we have started to move on to Safri because they have been corrupted by Slaanesh. So Tyrion is leading that attack, but mostly because I want to be able to take this so we can get the landmark and get some of the cool new units from our 10 Kingdoms mod. Calidor has been wiped out very quickly by the Dread Fleet, so we probably have to worry about him in a little bit, but we've got our first naval convoy ready to go out.
Brave son of Ulthuan.
For our Sea Lord, let's get some growth going for his fleet, because I don't believe they actually get growth when they're on land. I think they have to actually be at sea to do that, but for now he's going to do alright. He's going to come join us, get some experience, and let's actually rename him after our channel member. It'll be our Hailing Twisted Fate. Thank you so much for being a member of the channel, Twisted Fate. I very much appreciate that. But for Tyrion, we took the settlement at the end of last episode, but we still need to level up our guys a little bit. Let's take Bowmaster. That gives us more ammunition, which we really need. Our Mage of Heavens can actually start to get some of their unique skills. The other ones have to wait quite a bit till you hit rank 17, but some of these smaller ones are actually pretty good. For example, this gives you more armor and melee stats, but then it gives you a bound spell for Wind Blast and some cooldowns and really nice stuff later on. I don't think we actually need this right away because you're not in melee too much often, so let's take Wind Blast, and we'll try to get some of your better spells like Come of Cassandor. I really like. Chain Lightning can also be really good depending on which enemy we're fighting. But let's merge some of these spearmen and get some new ones. So we have a higher health army. We're saving our growth to get Lothran to tier 3. We should have contact with a lot of the other high elf factions now, because they're also going to be sending out convoys pretty soon. Tirnock, if I pay you, I have to pay you 1,000 to get a trade agreement? No thank you, that's too expensive. We can get a military alliance with Avalon right away. Let's do that. And we could do that with Illyrian too, but I'm not going to worry about that, because they're actually at war with Tirnock. But we're still waiting to get a little bit more grandeur to spend our... Well, a little bit more grandeur to actually take our next slot. And this one, we'll do the one over here. Recruit rank for cavalry and extra movement range in nearby regions when we have a stable, which we're actually doing most of it at the moment. But this gets a random banner. Let's take the random banner. That should be good for this turn. While we're doing with Safri, though, I would also like to come up and go after the Dark Elf faction that Illyrian normally starts at war with, because we want to take the Phoenix Gate and get the Heart of Avalon for Tyrion, because that's a really great item. We're almost to the point where we can get our first quest item for Tyrion too, the Dragon Armor, I believe. I think we have to be rank 7 or 8. But Safri came back with a full army to defend the White Tower, so that's going to be a pretty good battle. Oh, we gained a banner.
Dark Elves.
Oh, there's our quest battle. Normally we can do this one right away, and I will like to, but we don't want to go into this battle against the White Tower with a damaged army, which we actually got our technology finish that gave us Spear Wall. So like I said, for spear units, this gives them increased charge resist, and after they've been in place for a little bit longer, they actually get a little bit bonus to their armor piercing damage. But for our next technology, I think we want to do this one for Lufton Sea Guard is actually pretty good. 5 leadership melee defense is pretty good, especially since we have so many to start off with. But for Tyrion, we can also get some of his more unique skills. This is going to give more melee defense and charge bonus for our silver helms, which we have one unit right now, but I think I might want more ammunition for this siege battle first. I think that's more important. So let's take... Ooh, I'm just thinking we could actually attack... We could attack the army that's outside of the settlement, and that would force them to come out. That would mean we would most likely have to fight 2 battles against this army and the garrison, which is a lot. And I don't know if we can do that without taking insane casualties. So we're going to attack the settlement, actually. Now, Tyrion... Ooh, that's a lot of Great Eagles.
Standing by. I will serve you.
Now, I should have put Tyrion into Lily's Blessing as well. And we have this... Oh, we have our Noble. You should be able to join us. So what we're going to do is that we're going to take 1 unit with our Sea Helm. Let's take 1 unit of Spearmen that are lower rank. And our Noble should be able to join Tyrion, hopefully. Because I recruited him a turn late because I forgot.
Defender.
Come on, join. Yes. Awesome. We should repair this so we don't get a rebellion. But let's just double check our items before we actually go into battle. And I might want to actually take Tyrion off of Malhandir, because he's going to be fighting on the walls, probably. But we got the Ranger standard. That's not bad since we have some cavalry. But yeah, give him the Armor of Destiny. Our Noble has the Glittering Scales. Shrieking Blade. Tyrion actually already has magic attacks, so let's give that to our Noble.
For my queen.
And yeah, I feel pretty good about the rest of this stuff. Let's take the battle to the White Tower. Actually, let's put the speed on the Phoenix, actually, because it's going to be pretty useful and pretty important. This is going to be a very hard battle. Lots of Great Eagles. Not too many archers, actually. I think we get lucky in that direction, but it's going to be difficult. Oh, here we come. Going for the White Tower of Hoeth. Tyrion and our first battle with the Noble actually going to be leading the vanguard with these spearmen. We have plenty of range firepower, 4 things of archers, 4 things of the Lothran Sea Guard with no shields and 2 with shields. We also have our Flamespire Phoenix. And our Illyrian Reavers and Silverhelms are going to go around the back, try to get through the other side. But they have a significant garrison defending the city. The full settlement garrison plus a full army in there as well, with 5 Great Eagles, it looks like. Lots of archers, several things of rangers, which these guys are actually pretty nasty against spearmen if they get in. They don't have the best melee attack, but they do have a pretty sizable bonus for infantry, and they do have physical resist, so they can actually hold out for a while and do some good damage. But Tyrion and the Noble going to go and get on the walls. Our Flamespire Phoenix just going in for the first initial charge, just try to shut down these archers for a little bit until the rest of our forces can get into position. There is a enemy princess coming in as reinforcements in 45 seconds, and we have our Lothran Sea Helm and a spearman unit coming alongside him. But very quickly, they're trying to do some focused fire down on our Flamespire Phoenix, which is not great because this does not have a lot of armor, so it can go down very quickly if we're not careful. Only 30 armor, but it does have the ability to get a ward save if we have more than 15 wounds of magic active, which we do at the moment, which is great. And if it gets too low, if it gets below 10% HP, it has a chance of actually gaining a big boost to health, which would be awesome. But we're just going to be a little bit more careful right now. Their archers are starting to target on some of our archers a little bit. But Tyrion showing no fear, just going straight into the fray against these spearmen. Our spearmen, 2 of them are forming up to go after the gate, and then our other 2 are following up in just a second to climb in the walls and help them out. But we're trying to use our range firepower to hit some of these guys on the walls. And their archers if we have a good arc of fire. But these towers are going to continue to shoot us until we get control of the walls, unfortunately. So getting a little bit of a focus fire on this one unit of archers, but we're getting a lot of our firepower into range. The defense is led by a princess as well, so she can do some nasty range firepower onto anything she decides to actually shoot at us. But our spearmen are joining the battle, climbing up onto the ladders. This will tire them out quite a bit, but it will help them. We need to get control of these walls. That's the big thing, so we aren't getting shot by these towers constantly. It will also allow us to get a nice foothold eventually and take some of these control points. But our Lothern Sea Helm is on the way. He is a anti-large character in melee. He's actually got a trident, which is cool. Because that's based off their art, actually, in the 8th edition High Elves army book. They actually have a trident instead of normal spear, so they're really, really cool. But kind of a mess right now with all of our stuff over here. But we're just trying to get to where we can actually start to hit some of these guys. All the Great Eagles are coming in now. These guys can actually do a fair amount of damage to our characters if we're not careful. They do have really high weapon strength, even if not a lot of it is armor piercing. And they only have 30 armor themselves, so if we can get them pinned down with some arrows, they're going to go down pretty quickly. But our noble is anti-large, so he will actually put up a pretty good fight against these guys, but we got 3 of them picking on him right now. Our spearmen who are trying to get through the gates look like they're having a little bit of trouble due to the gate bug, so they are fighting a little bit right there. But our mage is going to come up and start to get some magic off in a little bit. Our cavalry was going after the gates, but they started to get shot a little bit, and because they removed the battlements as a physical barrier on the walls, archers can actually shoot down into units that are attacking the gates. So they would get decimated if that happened, so we decided to pull them back and not risk it. But here come the Great Eagles, going after my mage, so we're going to bring over the Lothern Sea Helm, who is anti-large. We also have some Lothern Sea Guard to help out. But Flamespire Phoenix is also going to come in and try to get some good damage off. It does have its ward save active because it wants a magic or hide, but ooh, took a really big attack from that Great Eagle right there. Tyrion and the Noble continuing to lead a pretty solid attack. Tyrion 55 kills, Noble only 6, but he's got a fair amount of damage on the Great Eagles. But our Flamespire Phoenix actually got a rebirth right there. Nice! So I got a big chunk of health back. Sweet. Lothern Sea Helm doing very well at supporting these guys. Our mage did get out of range, but they've got a big clump of infantry right there trying to fight us as our guys are trying to get through the gates. So we will start to see some really nice wind blasts right there in just a second, but our mage actually throws down her ability, the Bane Shield, to give extra armor and missile block chance to some units out here. Flamespire Phoenix is going to chase off this Great Eagle, which try to push into our guys, which is pretty nasty, so we need to make sure they don't come back. But Princess trying to get some shots off on Tyrion and things like that. Archers have continued to unload volleys onto us. But we are controlling the towers now, actually. Well, I guess they just barely slipped back into their control, but we were getting some shots off on the Princess because of that. But most of the Great Eagles have been dealt with. They're barely coming back with a few hit points left, but we decided to bring our Silver Helms and Layer Lancers back because they are not going to get any value over there because they're just getting shot to death, so we're actually going to bring them over here. But Lothern Sea Guard still managing to get good value, even if they're getting shot by the towers a little bit. But there was another big wind blast right there from our mage. Just weakening all these guys that they've clumped up right there, but our spearmen are not really in a good engagement right here. But our mage has got pretty good value so far. 1400 value, only 32 kills, but Princess getting some shots off. We just about chased off one Great Eagle. The rest of them have mostly been dealt with. So it's just down to the infantry for the enemy High Elves that are Slaneshi corrupted, Slaneshi cultists. Have lots of firepower left. Still 4 units of archers at full health, 2 units of cavalry, 1 silver helm, 1 Illyrian reavers, and several units of spearmen left, led by 2 characters. Yeah, there we go. Look at those nice wind blasts. It's going to do awesome, because wind blast doesn't do any armor piercing. But if you can pick the right targets, it's going to do awesome. Which, luckily for us, none of these guys have great armor, so that's about the best we could hope for. But some of our units did get a little of a beachhead right here, but they are getting shot to pieces now from these archers. So not great, but we have got control of the gate now. Or just about. We got control of the towers, but the gate is coming under our control. Try to get that so we can get some spearmen then to help reinforce. Towers are now shooting at the enemy princess. Flamespire Phoenix coming back after chasing off that great eagle. A lot of our archers, not too many kills, but 88 actually on these Lothran Seaguard. But we're getting some more spearmen on the walls to come help out because we haven't quite managed to capture the gate because they just flood the gate position, the control point, with just pretty much everything they can throw at it. But our silver helms and Illyrian reavers have started to attack the other side. So they can eventually get through, get some rear charges. Another big wind blast coming down. We've broken a lot of the infantry, but they still have plenty of reinforcements coming. We are starting to get some of our units on the walls, our ranged units in particular, so they can start to shoot down. But the mage is going to come join the fray, help fight these Illyrian reavers. Our noble with 32 kills. He was fighting Great Eagles for a while, but Chariot with 131. Only 531 value, but lots of kills. We're going to try to get this princess, kill her off as much as we can. Flamespire Phoenix, we saved all of his units for his Wake of Fire. Or it, his, she, whatever you want to call it. Get some nice value once with some bombardments. These spearmen pretty close knit against the wall, so they're going to avoid most of the friendly fire damage from that wind blast. But we have put a good beating on the princess, and the gate is just barely going to come under our control, which is awesome, so we can start to push in those spearmen and start to reinforce a little bit. But there's still plenty of danger for our army. We've taken a lot of casualties on our spearmen and on several units of our archers, but they have been healthy enough to keep going. Looks like the enemy princess trying to get some shots off of my phoenix, try to kill it, so that's not great, so we're going to try to get him out of range. Sea Helm got on the wall. After dealing with some of the Great Eagles, he's going to come down, try to get some support, and maybe get some shots off on these princess. But Flamespire Phoenix. Ooh, big drops right there. Ooh, we actually get a second rebirth right there. Awesome. Ooh, big chunk of health that we got for free, but we took a volley right as they come back from it. So, didn't really get much net positive out of that, but we got our bombardments off, able to do a fair amount of damage. But yeah, that's pretty amazing. That basically healed all of the HP, then lost it almost instantly as well. Man, this princess proved to be very, very resilient though. 29 kills, just being tank apparently. Our noble has very good melee defense, but his melee attack is not great because he's exhausted. But some of that is being helped by momentum now that we actually control the gate and some of these points. Our silver helms are almost through the gates on that far side. Mage continuing to get value with some nice spells, almost 2,700 value. Doing very, very well. Most of the enemy reserves have been heavily damaged, though they still have one unit of archers cleared in the back. And 2 full units of spearmen who are just barely getting into the battle. These ones coming through the second point right here. But most of what they have to throw at us is already here and damaged. It's just a matter of time until we can actually kill this lord or get her low enough to break the leadership of the rest of the units, because that siege defender bonus is really, really helping them out. Give them that massive 10 leadership and a boost to their melee defense as well. But mage and noble doing pretty good work against these spearmen. The princess does manage to get away, so our Loth and Sea Helm is trying to get some shots off on her, but looks like they're gonna try to tie him up in melee. But he does manage to get one shot off. She lives with 500 HP though. Flamespire Phoenix kind of getting out of the way again, since some of the towers are trying to shoot it. But the enemy Silver Helms are pretty decimated. They have 22 out of 60 models left. And our Silver Helms will be through the enemy gate in a while. It's just kind of a big old drag out fight. Loth and Seaguard with shields in the wall, able to get some better shots off now. But enemy cavalry comes in for a charge on our leader Tyrion. But not going to be quite enough. Our Silver Helms and Illyrian Reavers coming in now for the support. Let's see what they can do. Gonna road charge some of these spearmen, get them in the back. Ooh, actually we're gonna tie down the enemy Illyrian Reavers while our Silver Helms going for the charge against these spearmen. See if they can get their brace off in time. Oh, they don't. Now we get a massive charge by the Silver Helms. They still have martial prowess active, so they're going to be very, very tough to kill. Great charge there, breaking the enemy rangers and little tattered spearmen. Illyrian Reavers chasing down the other Silver Helms and these archers with light armor. But it's still this just drag-out fight. Very, very close, but finally they do fall. Well, that was a knockdown, drag-out fight. Holy crap, we took a lot of casualties. I think we actually got 2 rebirths on our Flamespire Phoenix, which is super awesome. So it stayed alive because of that. We could loot and occupy it to get the extra replenishment, but I really don't want to lower this to a lower tier, so we're just going to occupy it. Should be able to heal a lot of our casualties. Ooh, Cloak of Beards. That'll be useful fighting the dwarves eventually. But let's merge one of these spearmen and actually get the Signs of Mathon next turn, because these guys are really nice. If you guys don't know, they actually provide a ward save to nearby units as long as their Winds of Magic reserves are above 15.
Noble son of Ulthuan, Tyrion, heir.
But ooh, actually, you can probably still make the attack on her. Let's do that. Swipe her out for good. We lose the spearmen. That's okay though. They weren't super important.
Standing by.
More experience for this dude. Let's keep going into fleet growth.
Champion.
And for Tyrion, I think we want to save some of our points to once we hit rank 12. Because over here, these are going to benefit more White Lions and Phoenix Guard later on, which we don't have access to right now. So, Mage of Heaven though, let's get another point in Euron's Thunderbolt and then Evasion. I really want to get Comet of Cassandra. For a reason you guys will see later on when we do one of our quest battles. But for our Noble, let's do Replenish Troops, Speed of Assyrian, and then Weapon Master. So for the Nobles, when they hit rank 10, they can actually dedicate themselves to one of the Elven Gods. And they'll get different bonuses depending on which one you choose. But then at rank 18, they also have their unique skills where you can dedicate them to a certain path. For example, Prodigious Orator will give you melee defense to you and nearby units. Your Explorer will give your guy basically more offensive capability, but he also will increase the campaign movement range for the lord that he's in. Then the Art of War, this guy's more of a passive warrior, so he gets lots of bonuses, but then he can also give some bonuses to nearby units as well. Oh, and he does have his Griffin mount, which I'm really excited to use at rank 18.
Following your orders.
But here, this one's great to keep. This is good money production at the moment, and I don't think there's anything else we really want to build at the moment with this. Because in order to get another Noble, we actually have to get this at tier 4. But I might actually go for Imperial. Once we get one in Europe, we'll actually build an embassy. That will let us get some of the higher tech technologies, we actually have some really nice ones. Like this one gives maximum active convoys. So we'll do that once we get Lothran up to tier 3 next turn. But that's about the best we can do. Let's merge one more spearman. One of these archers as well, probably.
Servant of the king.
Let's see if Avalorn is more friendly towards us now, though. Tyrnrock is willing to trade with us. Cool.
Will be a welcome distraction. Loyal
All right,
servant.
that's probably good for that. Yeah, that was quite a siege battle, though. Our mage got lots of value, though, with those wind blasts. Yeah, as soon as we deal with Safri, we'll have to look at going up north to deal with the Dark Elves and Nakari, but we also have the Dreadfleet, who can be a major pain in the butt.
I am the defender of Ulthuan.
Illyrian, no, we're not going to do an alliance right now because you're at war with Tyrnrock. Yeah, but we should double check up here and actually see what. Okay, that's interesting. So, Alariel has not taken the Phoenix Gate yet. Our convoy gets its first battle, so we could go into the trap and fight a battle. We'll get slightly more cargo, but I don't really know what we're going to fight. But let's do it, because that'll be oh, it's an ambush. Crap. We have okay units for an ambush, though. We'll see what we can do. No, we're getting ambushed by the Vampire Coast. Oh, this could go really, really bad for us. Our halberdiers are hopefully can be able to eat through the undead, but bad for us though. They have bloated corpse, not just one but two. And they're gonna get onto some of our juicy units. Watch this. Oh, that just wiped out, like point blank, one of our handgunners in our Lifted Sea Guard. Holy crap. But, oh, other Lifted Sea Guard just getting annihilated by the focus fire from these zombie pirate hand cannons. Our halberdiers try to form a defensive line so we can get our archers out of danger, try to get them to a point where they can start to get some shots off, because we are desperately going to need their support. Our prince leading the defense against this Vampire Fleet Admiral. They do have a polearm, which is good for us because it means their melee attack is not as great as it could be. But it's still going to be a hard matchup for us. Big attack there from the Vampire Fleet Captain. Or Admiral, I should say. And got to really protect this guy. So we're getting our archers into range. One handgunner does live, but it's very heavily damaged. Vampire Admiral does throw down a heal on himself with Invocation of the Heck. Lothran Sea Guard came back for a little bit and got about half a volley off before they got scared, but luckily enough for us, the Vampire Coast has tried to position themselves where they could actually get some shots off, and instead they've been dragged into melee against our halberds, who are actually racking up kills against these guys. 42 melee defense, really, really helping them out against the terrible melee attack of the zombie pirates. But our prince not faring well against this fleet admiral. But our handgunners do come back. Gonna try to get some really good flanking fire. Hopefully do some damage to this admiral, because our prince is not equipped to deal with this admiral. But our archers have gotten to position. They are in guard mode, so even if some of these zombies do manage to get through and attack them, we are going to try to get some volleys off. Other unit of Lothran Sea Guard do manage to come back, actually. They have 35 of 90 models left, so a third of their guys still left. They're going to get some good volleys off on the back side of these zombies. Oh yeah, the zombies deciding to go into melee instead of coming around for better shots is definitely what's going to save us if we can win this battle. Prince just continuing to get chased and attacked by this vampire lord, so we keep pulling him in and out, try to get him to a better position. But our handgunners have come along to where they're on the flank so they can get some shots off now. Try to waste these zombie pirate deckhand mobs. Archers still mentioned you get some good value, 40 kills and 39 in the other. We're trying to kill the ranged units first because that's where the most of the balance of power for the zombies will actually come in rather than the melee units. But the Admiral just really does not like this prince. So we do manage to get a few shots off there with the handgunner, trying to target him down. But we're just trying to keep this prince alive, because if he goes down, the rest of our leadership is just going to plummet with our other units. But Halberdiers, 150 kills, 129, and only 66 over here. But that's because most of the units are kind of cornered. Yeah, they're really trying to get on this prince, so we're just going to keep moving him around. The Admiral continues to throw down some heals. Look, we've actually started to disintegrate some of the zombie deckhand mobs now. Handgunners did get a pretty good volley into these deckhand mobs, and they are disintegrating because of that. But we're going to try to finish them off for good and then target these other ones right there. But the undead numbers count for nothing when we have a nice little choke point right here for our halberdiers to eat through them. But Admiral now getting on some of our archers, which is not great because that is a high value target. But with this unit being decimated right there, we're being over these halberds to go help out. We don't want the prince to engage it in melee. We just need him to support the leadership of our halberdiers. Lothern Seaguard still getting some kills. And affecting the leadership of these guys because they're getting shot because they're under missile fire. So Halberdier's actually going to do okay against the Admiral. He does not have too much armor, although his melee defense is pretty good. But we have pretty much broken the back of the undead army. Vampire Coast can bring it all they want. Those stupid bloated corpse, though. Man, those things freaking rocked our world at the start. But this is just a battle of inch by inch. We got to just kill the zombies and then have to worry about the Vampire Admiral after that, because we cannot kill him in a one-on-one. So we're just going to keep him occupied with halberdiers. Bring up our handgunners onto the little elevated point, see if they can actually get some shots off above our infantry, but it may be pretty tight. We may not be able to get too much off. But we've pretty much broken the back of the vampire army. Well, now we know that getting ambushed by the Vampire Coast when they have hand cannons and bloated corpses is really, really bad. They wiped out my Lothing Seaguard. These handgunners barely survived, but we're going to take the heal because that's what we need. Creation Scout, so for that convoy, gives them ambush defense chance, campaign line of sight, and grandeur cost for 100 seats. Okay, we'll keep that where it is for now, but let's upgrade a Lothern. And then for you, let's get the Signs of Mathland. We have a lot of new regiments over now to show off once we level up. But let's actually have our Sea Helm lead the attack so that it frees up Tyrion's movement range so we can go after the gate up here. Let's move in Lily's Blessing so we get some more experience for our mage. Our Flaming Spire Phoenix took a lot of damage though. It's okay. We have full control of the province now. Let's keep moving at getting rid of that corruption.
Your orders?
Another follower, so this reduces the grandeur cost for the 10th realm, so that's for confederations.
The Reaper.
Right, how far can Tyrion get? I won't heal if we go into March stance
I never tire.
and go into Alariel's territory, so we'll go right to the edge of our territory because I want to get there and capture this before she does, hopefully. If not, we'll think about going south and dealing with the Dread Fleet.
Champion of the Ever Queen. Son of Ulfwyn.
Keep getting more points into growth. I think once we get him at C, his growth will get a lot better.
noble son of Ulthuan.
But level up our noble. We definitely want the extra replenishment. Our mage. Let's get Combat Casting Door. I really like that spell. It is very, very strong.
Tyrion,
Tyrion, we're still going to wait till we hit level 12 with you.
protector of the Ever.
Stalia, they're going to get wiped out real fast by the Beastmen and the Skaven, so I'm not going to bother. It's actually free money. Let's see how much they'll pay us. Only 200? Never mind. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. It's free money, though. Why not? The Skaven hate us, so be it. Oh, let's actually put 1 point to Route Marcher, so we can get a little bit further. I do think Alariel's going to make the attack right here, but hopefully she does not. Oh, she doesn't. Okay, that's good to know. I really want to get there, yeah, so we can get the Star of Avalorn early on in the campaign. It's a very great heal item for Tyrion. But just watch. We'll move close enough to attack the Phoenix Gate in a turn, and then she'll attack it right before we get there. That's usually what happens at when it comes to things like this. Ooh. We have Vision of Nakari now. He is taken to our chair, so Krace has probably been wiped out. That could be a problem if he goes after Kothik as well.
There are secrets here. Dauntless.
Okay. Corruption's still going down, but yeah, our public order is really not being helped by the corruption and the provincial instability.
Brave and true.
I'm going to take you actually out to sea if you start getting more fleet growth that way, so we can start to level up your ship. Not quite. So what do I need to get more fleet growth? We'll figure it out. But yeah, we want to be able to make it to the Phoenix Gate next turn,
Servant of light.
so we can get
Shield against the darkness.
Star of Avalorn. Because we just have to control this once we hit rank 17, which won't be right away, but we want to be able to get it immediately. We can upgrade another settlement in Loth. Oh, I forgot about the... okay, that's what this guy can do. He can come down... He can come down and fight the Greenskins down here, because they're raiding me. I completely forgot about them. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to recruit any more of these cavalry units right now, so I'm going to get rid of that.
Ever loyal.
And...
Mistress.
yeah. We don't have any empty seats at the moment. We don't have enough grandeur or influence to really do anything else, so just hope for the best right now. Come on, Alario, don't attack. Whenever I think of Alario, it reminds me of that Futurama episode where like, they shall live our peaceful ways by force. Okay, it looks like she actually decides to leave this alone. That's great for us. Okay, our convoy. During a tour of one of the ports, one of your ships was arrested along with your cargo. After conversation with the mayor, the city agreed to settle the issue, but in exchange, he asked you to break the band of bandits who are threatening the city. So we'd have to fight the Tomb Kings. The problem is they have lots of cavalry, and we lost one of our Lowton Sea Guard. And the Nahakaran warriors would actually get really good value against the halberds, so I'm going to avoid that for now, just so we don't lose the convoy.
Tyrion. Following your orders.
Right.
Speak quickly.
How much will you pay me, Ilario, to
Evergreen,
join war?
faithful servant of Ulthuan. What brings you here? I will
660?
use
That's not
my
bad.
gifts.
Oh, what? Everest is getting dominated by the greenskins. That's not good.
Noble born.
Alright, you're going to come over to Angerio, because that is a port. The Shrine of Assyrian, does it give any good bonuses? It reduces grandeur cost for Confederation. It does give 5 control. Let's actually upgrade Angerio first, because we want to get this embassy. Well, I guess we can build that in Lothran, actually. So let's do the Shrine of Assyrian then, so we can get that landmark. So for here now, what do we want to do? I don't need any of these guys yet. I don't want this right now. I think we just save a slot for once we rank up, then we can get some of the higher tier buildings anyway.
Give the word.
Okay, but Tyrion, let's lead the attack on the Phoenix Gate. Okay, a close victory. Let's fight this one. We have led our force to reclaim the Phoenix Gate, which is held by the traitorous Druki, the Dark Kin. You guys didn't know it? That's literally what Druki means, is the Dark Ones. But they've got a pretty good defensive position. Dark shards on the walls, these guys with shields. We've got 4 units of spearmen, but it's actually our first showcase for the Signs of Mathlan. These guys are the Regiment of Renown from Kothik. They have a really good ability for when we have over 15 Winds of Magic available. They actually give a ward save to themselves and to nearby units. So we're going to try to make best use of that. Flamespire Phoenix getting on the walls just to try to shut down these dark shards, but we don't want to stay there because this master's coming in. He is anti-large and armor piercing, so he can do serious damage if we're not careful. But Mage coming up, she is mounted on a horse now, but Tyrion and Noble, we kept them mounted on foot so we can attack on the walls. Our Silver Helms and Illyrian Reavers coming over on this side, try to get through the gates, but these Illyrian Reavers take a lot of shots at the start, unfortunately. So they took quite a few casualties and HP damage, but once we get them on the gates, we'll be okay, because they don't have any ranged units over here to actually shoot into them. But Tyrion and the Noble leading the charge. Gonna go straight for the Master and these Black Oak Corsairs while our Spearmen get on the walls. In the meantime, we've set up all of our ranged units to try to get some volleys off. We want to try to focus down enemy ranged firepower as much as we can and the Black Oak Corsairs, but our Flamespire Phoenix shut down some of these dark shards for a little bit, but he sees an even juicy target. Gonna go after this Reaper Bolt Thrower. But the Dreadlord with Sword and Crossbow has come over to assist. They're bringing over a fair amount of units. Most of our Spearmen just barely getting on the walls, but the Signs of Mathlan's starting to get some units up there now. And we have harmonic conversions going down on them to try to increase their stats while they get on. But big combo of Cassandora. That's why I love that spell. That literally just like did 3/4 damage on like 4 units. Like, look how much damage that did. Let's see how much value our mage got off of that. She got 78 kills and almost 1,000 value just from that cast. She hasn't even gotten into melee yet, but that's great. I love that spell. We have Tyrion putting a pretty good wallop on the Master, but looks like our Noble is having a little bit of a hard time hitting him as well. The Bleak Swords keeping Tyrion busy for a little bit. But the Signs of Mathlan are up, and they do have Shield Wall active, or Spear Wall, so they are getting a little bit more melee tech, or sorry, armor piercing weapon damage because of that. But we have basically ran off the Reaper Bolt Thrower off the map with the Flamespire Phoenix, which is doing great. Our archers are now focusing down a lot of the units that are in their Arc of Fire, so those Dark Shards are going down. Over here, we're about 3/4 of the way through the gate. We'll get some cavalry charges in once we are into place. But the Master's running away. some of their infantry coming to support over here, trying to keep us from getting through the gates, but we have our mage leading the spearmen. Over here, the walls are pretty much ours. Though these Black Orc Corsairs are getting a little bit of value, 13 kills, but we did decimate them earlier with that Combat of Cassandora, so I'm not surprised on that front. Tyrion going in for the duel against this Dreadlord, who did get one crossbow bolt off. But Tyrion gonna rock his world if he can get some attacks off. He has about 13 more melee attack and defense than the Dreadlord, but he is getting some support now. Dread Spears coming in, but they are taking volleys now. Ooh, lots of Dark Elf infantry coming in. But will it be enough to hold back the High Elf storm of arrows that will be coming down? A few more hits left on the gate. They have left it defended by Dark Raiders and some Bleak Swords. 2 units of Dark Shards still at full health. The other ones are pretty much decimated. The Dreadlord did manage to escape for a little bit. So Tyrion is caught up by some Dread Spears, but our Noble's taking on both of them. He can do that. This guy's a Chad. He does have magic attacks due to the magic item we gave him, along with Terror. Doesn't have the best melee attack at the moment, but very good defensively. Spearmen off the walls and hitting some of these Bleak Swords now. We have got some support from our archers going down. This gate still holding up alright, but a little bit of an FPS drop there because of the VFX, but we did hit our spearmen a little bit, but totally worth it. Just absolutely decimated what they were throwing at us right there. Dark Elf's got nothing on me. Noble going one-on-one with Master. And Tyrion once again getting on the Dreadlord, but the Dark Shards are coming to try to support him in melee. But I think our Noble's going to get the victory here. He can get some attacks through the 50 melee defense of the Master. It's kind of a stalemate right now, even with Murderous Prowess active. But our mage is coming through. She's going to come into support. Big charge there. Does about 50 damage. Tyrion just getting surrounded every time. But our cavalry finally got through. Our Lane Reavers did one, or Lancers did do one charge with the Dark Riders, but we pulled them back before they could get too damaged because they don't have quite as good defensive stats. Silver Helms, we do throw down a Hornet Convergence down, give them extra melee attack and melee defense, make sure that they don't take too much damage, but the Phoenix Gate is under our control now. Better than I thought. Combat of Cassandora did lots of work from our mage. I'm actually going to take the loot and occupy on this, because this doesn't have public order, so I don't care about that. And I'm not planning to upgrade this anytime soon. So we'll take the extra replenishment that way. And for the gate, let's move this over to Tribute to the Phoenix King, because this gives us grandeur per turn, which is very, very nice. Tyrion has hit level 12. We can decide whether we want to do the Unifier of Ulthuan or the Bloodline of Anarian. So for Majesty of Ulthuan, he gets Hold the Line. We get a big boost to relations with High Elves. Control faction wide, and Confederation costs go significantly down. This also reduces recruitment cost faction wide and global recruitment duration. That's actually really, really good, especially since High Elf units are so expensive. I think this is just so much better. I love going down the Bloodline of Anarian because it's fun to make him just be a beast in combat, but he's already pretty much like that. So we'll do Majesty of Ulthuan. To start off, let's get the positive relations going, and then also upkeep for all armies. We're not going to recruit right now, so I don't need that immediately. But yes, as long as we hold on to this, we will have the Star of Avalorn pretty soon. Alright, we have Combat of Cassandora. I'm just going to get one more point into it so we can overcast it. Our Noble Let's keep giving you melee defense.
I am honored.
Magic in purest form.
And we're still getting close to having a rebellion here. I might have to take this off income for a turn or so. But we'll wait on that.
Noble son of Ulthuan.
Because we still have to watch out for the greenskins over here. But let's go to the next turn. Now, Nakari's going to be a nightmare. Nakari's always a super hard battle early on. Oh, especially if he has lots of, like, Seekers or... Oh, I never envy myself when we're going to fight Nakari as the High Elves. Just because he just rips through our units like nothing. But with the Spur Wall, actually, ability, that actually might be really great since it gives more charge resist. So that gives them a little bit more mass, I believe. As long as they have been braced. Convoy? Oh, this is cool. So this is part of the... I didn't notice. So the Phoenix Gate recaptured. With the northern passage secure, the previous commander of the Phoenix Gate has been recalled to oversee the reformation of the garrison. Aging, unable to lift his shield after losing an arm during the last siege, the venerable warrior announces that he will retire upon the next solstice. 3 candidates for the role are under discussion. The commander's son, an Aetanan Silverhelm, beloved for his tournament victories but with no real command experience. Allowing him to inherit the role will please the nobility and the garrison. The archer captain, the highly competent Avalornian officer of the Gates archer regiments, well liked by the garrison but low-born and bereft of political savvy. The wealthy merchant, of course, a gregarious Kothican trader who seeks to burnish his reputation with a military appointment. Foppish and cowardly, but eager to do favors for anyone who supports him. So if we go for the commander's son, we get charge bonus for our cavalry and reduction for grandeur on the Council of Nobles. If we take competent commander, this is the archer captain, we get defensive supplies there, and we get ammunition and reload time for nearby armies. If we do corrupt commander, that's not great though. Wait, are these permanent? They might be permanent. Cool. We don't want to do that one then. So let's do competent commander. I know it costs us grandeur, but that's okay. Although this one might be really, really nice. Reduce grandeur cost for a Council of Nobles. I like promoting competent people. So
Great powers the world over are mobilizing.
we have
for
access
war,
to
Prince
both of Tyrion's quest battles now, which we might do one actually. But first, let's look at our technology. What do we want to do? So we have the bonuses for Sea Guard, but if we appoint Sea Master, it gives us further recruit ranks, but it also gives Vigor loss reduction, which can be fantastic. This gives Vanguard deployment for Rangers, armor for Lyrian Reavers, leadership for them. Reload time reduction is probably the best option.
I will.
Let's put another point into Imperial.
Direct me.
We'll have you start to... You'll get some Lothran Sea Guard and some archers, because you're going to have to deal with the greenskins, but we have access to another... Right, we could do the Invocation of Vol, which will give us the ability to instantly launch siege battles, which doesn't really matter for our other guys. I think we wait on this one.
Tyrion,
But Tyrion
ready for order.
cannot make it... Cannot quite make it to Tor Anlek.
Awaiting orders. Lilith, watch.
If we go out, unfortunately, our Phoenix is not going to be able to continue healing, but the rest of the army's pretty healthy.
Tyrion,
I do want to take Tor Anlek and the Shrine of Cain, though, because those are really good settlements. They have really nice landmarks. And the Shrine of Cain gives lots of post-battle bonuses, so... we can probably get rid of... this for now. Yeah, we're gonna have to stop taxing you for a little bit until the corruption's completely gone.
You have my attention.
But do we have enough for another seat? Not quite. We're just barely shy. Oh, we could have done a quest battle. I forgot about that. Yeah, it looks like Alariel's going for Tor, like we definitely want to say we could let her take the capital because she can build it up faster than we can usually. But that might not be true actually. Depending on what Phoenix court seats we take. Might get a convoy battle as well. Oh, okay, we don't get a battle, but we have an option for units. We could either take 3 spearmen or 3 archers. Let's do archers. Also, Nagaroth has stolen one of our court seats. So we have gained a grandeur discount to usurp their seats. Cool. Oh, these guys actually got wiped out? Wow, that changed very quickly from Tor Yves being besieged to Eltharion completely wiping them out very, very quickly. Okay. Well, let's take you out to sea now, Seahelm, and try to get you some more battles so we can actually build your stuff up a little bit. So let's see if there's an island encounter out here that we can go after. It doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll come out this way. I do want to be wary of rogue armies, though. Ow, dang it. Okay, I was like, I needed to put enough movement range to keep you so you could keep moving. Get you some ship's company. We don't need all Lothern Sea Guard. Lothern. Let's upgrade your port. We're gonna get a embassy. A Mage of Life would be very, very nice, but this actually, ooh, this gives grandeur per turn. Let's do that one for the Shrine of Assyrian. That uses most of our money.
Ever vigilant.
And we'll take a look at Anlek. Pyrrhic Victory if we auto-resolve it, but I think that's a great time to episode 2, guys. We'll pick it up episode 3 and finish up the Dark Elves. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a good day.